Alright, in today's Lowrance idling video, we are going to be on the Tombigbee River in Mississippi. We're going to be going through some of my settings, my setups, what I'm seeing on the images, and kind of just some generic stuff here to get you guys started, help you out, learn a little bit more about your graphs. You can see here, we just rolled over a log. You can see all that. We got a bunch of timber. These are cypress trees. These are old cypress trees. Right here, you can see every one of those that are pointing up there. That was the one we hit because you can see it at the water surface. And we're currently bouncing off one right now, which we're probably going to see here in a second. Actually, we're stuck on it. So while we're stuck here, let's take a look out behind us. And those are the cypress trees that we're looking at. We just came through that little gap there. You can see there's that one there and those ones there. Those are the stumps that are they're dead, obviously, but the ones that have broken down and that we are currently wedged on is what's underwater. And those ones there, you can kind of see them just under the surface. It's not real bad. I'm just kind of hung up a little bit. We're gonna power this along again. I feel it feels like, there we go, we rolled off it. And that's why you want to idle a lot of the Tombigbee River. All these backwaters, you can see I got my Navionics chip in. That's what we're looking at. It's actually, it's better than nothing. I don't have a ton of contour lines, but it gives me enough to get going and really kind of gets me able to move around. You can see, let's go over some settings with that. We'll go menu, more options. It's on my Navionics card if you want to see the C map real quick. That's the C map on board with the one that's built in. See, there's pretty much next to no contour line. So this is where you want to definitely be checking this one out. This will help you. This is the Navionics, I think, Plus app. Or it is the Navionics Plus app, I shouldn't say anything. And it's one you have to download every year to get the most up-to-date mapping. So there is a subscription fee to it, but it works pretty well. I'm fairly happy with it. There's definitely plenty of backwaters, like you see a lot of stuff that has nothing still too, but hopefully it gets to the point where it gets better and we can give us more areas that we can run, get to, and look for. But as we continue on here, I'll show you these red dots. That is my shallow range. I had that set to 6. We're gonna maybe we'll bump it back down to 4. When you get in that red, I like to know that's like, you better be paying attention. Even honestly, this place is kind of sketchy, so keep that bumped up a little bit. Community edits, if you turn that on and off, it'll change some of the contour lines, so I like to have that on. Sonar chart, that is the most important thing to have on. Otherwise, you get the middle of the actual channel, which is deep. Hit that one, sonar chart. That's what's going to turn this on. It's going to give us all those contour lines, let you really see what you're looking at, and get you dialed in from there. And then, let's see, is there anything else we want to look at in here? No, I say you can look at that, but everything else is pretty much set up, good to go. What's shading? I don't know what shading is. Fishing range, I know that's how I usually use the shading. This is actually set from Norfolk Lake. If you're in an area that you're like, oh, I got to target 3 to 5 foot, you can set this, but 3 to 5 foot isn't really marked well here, so it doesn't really even matter. Norfolk, I was catching them in 19 to 30, was like that sweet spot, so that's why I had that lit up, so it just turns it white, which is what you can see there, all that white area. All right, so then we got our 2D down there. You can see it's kind of going along. Let's click on that. We'll get you some information. We'll go menu. Right now I have my sensitivity +1. Color line is 76. Frequency is 200, and it's on auto. So that'll adjust as I get deeper and shallower. You'll be able to see more or less. And that's kind of what we're looking at there. Nothing too crazy. Careful. Over here on our side imaging, we got a piece of wood out there. It's like a lay down, so I'm going to click on that. Hit my arrow. My lay downs, I use green for that color. Just helps me find them. Then over here, we can see those bright spots. That is the cypress trees. So there's cypress trees over there. We're kind of marking those, seeing them as we go by. Sorry, it's not really wanting to focus. There we go. You can see all of the cypress trees, and you're gonna see all those on here. And then what I'm doing is looking for basically anything that looks different. So like there, that's a little, that's actually probably brush more so than actual tree, because like the tree you can see is brighter, harder return. Came up here on a little high spot, so I like to mark those high spots. That can be good sometimes, just to know. I use that little dive symbol for it for me. Like I said before, you just use whatever symbol you want. You'll figure it out what works best for you and kind of dial it in from there. Let's give you some settings. Hang on, sorry, I don't want to drop my phone. Menu, we got it on the 700 chirp, that's for the down scan. Contrast, I have it bumped up a little bit to 84%. Color palette 9, that's one I like. You can bounce it around. I use this one too. I like 10 sometimes as well. But it's got all sorts of fun colors. You can kind of go through there, figure out what works best, what you like. There's a better tree, that's a bigger one, that's a lay down. It's sitting up a little bit, it's a little taller, that's why you have that black shadow behind it. Is there anything else we want to do with that? No, I think everything else is pretty good on that. If we go back to here, we click on it, that'll let us see our deal. If you want to bump the contrast up, you see how if you bump it up too high, it's gonna get all washed out, so you're not gonna be able to see a whole lot. That's when you know you need to back it down, and then you're gonna back it down, and then things start getting dark, where it's like, oh, it's kind of hard to see that too. So we're gonna bump it back. You want to find that happy medium. This is a little different. Like right there, I would say that's it was too bright, so I want to back it down a hair. Right there, 76 is what I'm gonna run it on. And this changes body of water. You can see here we have dirty water, very muddy. You got probably 4 inches of visibility. So that's what requires you to adjust that. If you're on a super clear body of water, you might have to bump that up and adjust it as you go. But that's the kind of little tweaks I like to make with my side scan. Let's see what else we got. Anything else I want to show you here? If you want to put range lines on, you can do that. I have mine set out to 60 foot because we're fishing in shallow water, checking shallow water out. If I was fishing deeper, I would bump that out to 100, 120, depending on whatever is at. But if you needed to know, if you need some help, maybe when you're first learning how to use your side scan, that could be helpful. But otherwise, we turn that off, range lines off. We have a view left and right. If you want to look out just the right side of your boat, if you're going down a bank, you can hit that side. It's going to show us from the boat to the bottom, to the side, and out. And that's kind of where we're getting that look. If you want to look just to the left, you can do the same thing. You can also set this up to be left and then right over here, and that makes everything even larger. But left and right is usually what I use it on. Here we can see a little stump. Then you can see how that's how it looks like a raised area. It's a little brighter. That's just a high spot. It sits up a little bit more. That stump there is a little bit taller. That's because it has that shadow on there. So it kind of gives you that general idea of what's going on. Let's keep going. Then we got some fish. I should have pointed those out too, but they're probably catfish, guard. There could be a couple bass. That's what you're looking at with those. Here's a couple fish on the down scan. That was one that was on the 2D. Just to kind of give you a general idea what stuff you're looking at. Working my way back out here a little bit further, trying to get to the main river, and we'll keep going. But yeah, this is kind of what we're looking for. There's another one there, another stump, piece of wood. It's little ones. When they're the brighter return like that, it's because they're a harder piece of wood. But that's the general idea of what you're looking for. You can see we got water temp, and I have speed over there. Then I have speed, voltage, depth, and time on this one. If you want to edit any of that, hit your power button. Then go to edit overlay, which is right there. And you can see it's highlighted in there in that box. Hit menu. Then you can add something if you want to add whatever, water, distance, structure, depth, speed, sonar, GPS, time, any of that can be added from here, just like that. You can see now I got it on both of them. I don't really need it on both. If you are using this and your water temperature is not correct or is not reading, ooh, we're getting shallow, was not paying attention. started videoing and driving. Oh, bump, little stump. Let's kick out here. You go to change water temperature, then you're gonna hit data sources, and you got the options. So you can read off this unit, which is reading off my channel 2, which is my 3-in-1 transducer, or you make it read off the other one, which is off this guy, and that's my through hole. So I want to be the one that's in the water. That makes the most sense. It's going to let you get the most accurate water temperature. So that's important. And then once you get everything set up where you want it, hit save. Here you can see we go up and down. We got a little high spot, little saddle in it, drops off. Yeah, so a lot of cool stuff here. Tombigbee is a pretty neat place. It looks cool. I think the rain we've had, or they had, I guess, before I got here when I was at North Fork a couple weeks ago, still got this place all blown out. So the fishing has not been great, but we can still teach you a little bit about science can, and this does not apply just to the Tombigbee. It can be for anywhere, but this is where we're at for today. All right, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Happy to help you out there. I will talk to you again soon. See you later.